Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare Hare Ram.
Advaita Gadadhar Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesh Gopi Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapt Kanchan Gorangi Radhe Vrindaneshwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chev Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Bolo Shri Radhe Govinda Bhagwan ki
जय
jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna everyone.
Hare Krishna. Hare Hare Krishna. Nisha. Hello Tarun.
Hello, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Jyoti. So, you're able to hear me, yeah?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Okay, so, yeah, this is the Diwali week course and Kartik month. So, really nice time to read Srimad Bhagavatam, at least during the Kartik month. So, hello Ajay, Hare Krishna. So, हम लोग पढ़ रहे थे अभी तक कर्दम मुनि and Devahuti, they get married, yeah, and then once Karda Muni and Devahuti gets married, then Karda Muni still goes to the devotional service. He does tapasya for so long, and Devahuti is of course assisting Karda Muni in that. And then, but afterwards, Devahuti, and as she remembered, and of course Karda Muni also, Lord Brahma had asked Karda Muni to expand the family and the universe, right? So Devahuti reminds Karda Muni to have the children, and for that to have a nice palace. And so Karda Muni, of course, creates an aerial mansion, as we read last, with his Yogmaya. And after that, Karda Muni takes Devahuti, and Devahuti goes into Bindu Sarovar, gets so beautiful, there are 1,000 maidservants which comes up, and then they get into aerial mansion, and then Karda Muni goes around the universe tour, including Mansarovar and all these places. Yeah. And after doing all that, Karda Muni comes back to his place, yeah, near Saraswati River. So that's what we are reading. So now what happens after that is the Shlok 47. Yeah. So it's a Shlok 47 of chapter 23rd, Canto 3. Anilji? Anilji, can you hear?
जी तस्यामादत्तरेतस्तां भावयन्नात्मनात्मवित् नोधा विधाय रूपं स्वं सर्वसंकल्प विद्विभुः. The powerful Karda Muni was the knower of everyone's heart, and he could grant whatever one desired. Knowing the spiritual soul, he regarded her as half of his body. Dividing himself into 9 forms, he impregnated Devahuti with 9 discharges of semen. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yeah. So it says it, since Karda Muni could understand that Devahuti wanted many children, at the first chance he begot 9 children at one time. he is described as Vibhu, the most powerful master. By his yogic power, he could at once produce 9 daughters in the womb of Devahuti. And if you also remember, in the previous shloks, it was mentioned that Devahuti is going to have 9 daughters who will then get married to the 9 different rishis, and that's how the universe will get expanded. Ravi?
अतः सा सुषेव साध्यो देवहूति स्त्रीः प्रजाः सर्वास्त्राश्च सर्वाङ्गयोः लोहितोत्पलं गधन्यः. Immediately afterwards, on the same day, Devhuti gave birth to 9 female children, all charming in every limb and fragrant with the scent of red lotus flower. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So like this Kardamuni and Devahuti have 9 daughters. Tarun?
Patim sa pravrajisya tadalokasya sat bahi sayamana viklavena hridayena vidhuyata. When she saw her husband about to leave home, she smiled externally, but at heart she was agitated and distressed. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So after having 9 children, Kardamuni wanted to go back to the devotional service. Yeah. So that is what is being described. It says here, I just read those 4 lines. Tarun, can you?
Kardamuni finished his household affairs quickly by his mystic power. The building of the castle in the air, traveling all over the universe with his wife in the company of beautiful girls, and begetting of children were finished, and now, according to his promise to leave home for his real concern of spiritual realization, after impregnating his wife, he was about to go away. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yeah. But of course, so Devahuti then speaks. Nisha?
लिखन्त्यधोमुखीं भूमिं पदा नखमणि श्रिया उवाच ललितां वाचं
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but we're not able to hear Nishaji.
I'm not Nisha. Okay. All right. Ajay, will you read? Okay.
लिखन्त्य धूमुखी भूमिपदा नखमणि श्रिया उवाच ललितां वाचं निरुध्य शुक्लाश्रनैः. She stood and scratched the ground with her foot, which was radiant with the luster of her gem-like nails. And down she spoke in slow yet charming accents, suppressing her tears. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, so this is how Devahuti is being described. Yeah, like Bhumim Pada Nakmani Sriya. So her nails, like says, like radiant with the luster of the gem-like nails. Yeah, and then she speaks in charming accent, of course, suppressing her tears. It says here, Ashru Kalam Shaneha. And so this purport, Jyoti.
Devahuti was so beautiful that her toenails appeared just like pearls, and as she scratched the ground, it appeared as if pearls had been thrown on the ground. When a woman scratches the ground with her foot, it is a sign that her mind is very disturbed. These signs were sometimes exhibited by the gopis before Krishna. When the gopis came in the dead of night and Krishna asked them to return to their homes, the gopis also scratched the ground. Like this became their minds distracted. Sorry, very disturbed, sorry. Devahuti Rovacha सर्व तद्भवा गवान् महामुपोवाह प्रतिश्रुताम् अथापि मे प्रपन्नया अभावं धातुर महर्षि. Shri Devahuti said, My Lord, you have fulfilled all the promises you gave me, yet because I am your surrendered soul, you should give me fearlessness too. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, so then Devahuti speaks because she feels that Kardamuni is now going to go back to the spiritual devotion total, right? So she is asking for abhayam, Data Maharshi. So she is asking for fearlessness and and again, I think it's a nice purport. So we are going to read this. Nisha, can you hear?
Ah, can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can hear you. Yeah. Okay, if you want to read.
Okay. Devahuti requested her husband to grant her something without fear. As a wife, she was fully surrendered soul, and it is the responsibility of the husband to give his wife fearlessness. How one awards fearlessness to his subordinate is mentioned in the 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. One who cannot get free from the clutches of death is independent, and he should not become a spiritual master, nor a husband, nor a kinsman, nor a father, nor a mother, etc. It is the duty of the superior to give fearlessness to the subordinate. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Vish Prabhu, will you read? Yeah, I see Vish Kedia Prabhu. All right, Ravi.
Sorry, I was on mute.
To take
Okay, Vish Prabhu. So can you read?
Yes,
Okay.
to take charge of someone, therefore, either as father, mother, spiritual master, relative or husband, one must accept the responsibility to give his word freedom from the fearful situation of material existence. Material existence is always fearful and full of anxiety. Devahuti is saying, you have given me all sorts of material comforts by your yogic power, and since you are now prepared to go away, you must give me your last award so that I may get free from this material conditional life.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. So it is so important, right? So what is Devahuti asking is for abhayam. Yeah, so that fearlessness. But the point is, when can you be fearless? When you are not scared of even death. Yeah. And when can you be not scared of death? When you are free from the material attachment. Yeah. That is what is being mentioned here. And so that's why Devahuti is saying, you have given me all sorts of material comforts, right? The aerial mansion and everything else. But then now that Kardamuni is going, she is saying that I should get free from the material conditional life. So she is asking for that from Kardamuni. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Rasiksha Prabhuji. आपका इको आ रहा है, आपको आ रही है आवाज?
हाँ अभी हाँ हरे कृष्ण
पढ़ेंगे आप?
हाँ ब्रह्मा दोहित्री विष्णुभ्यां विमृगया पतयः समः कश्चितान्यान्मे विशोकया त्वयि प्रविजिते वनम्. My dear Brahma, as far as your daughters are concerned,
they will find their own suitable husbands and go away to their respective homes. But who will give me solace after your departure as a sannyasi? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, right? So once Kardamuni goes, then who is going to take care of even Dehuti, right? And basically, indirectly, it says Dehuti requests her husband to remain at home a few days more, or at least have a male child is born, yeah? Because they have 9 daughters. This point, yeah. Etavatalam kalena vyatikrantena me prabhu indriyartha prasangena parityakta paratmanah. Until now, we have simply wasted so much of our time in sense gratification, neglecting to cultivate knowledge of the Supreme Lord. Is what Dehuti is telling to whom?
Kardamuni.
Kardamuni, yeah. So saying like we wasted so much time in the sense gratification, right? Aerial mansion and going around and all that. And she is now asking for the knowledge of Supreme Lord. And again, nice purport. So let's read this. Ajay.
Human life is not meant to be wasted like that of animals in sense gratificatory activities. Animals always engage in sense gratification, eating, sleeping, fearing, and mating. But that is not the engagement for human. Engagement of the human being, although because of the material body there is need of sense gratification according to regulative principle. So in effect, Devhuti said to her husband, so far we have these daughters and we have enjoyed material life in the aerial mansion, traveling all over the universe. These boons have come by your grace, but they have all been for sense gratification. Now there must be something for my spiritual advancements. Hare Krishna.
Krishna, yeah. So even at that level, right, like Dehuti and Kardamuni, they are requesting like something for their spiritual advancement, even though Kardamuni is, of course, he have had Lord Supreme Lord's darshan. So, same thing applies for us. Like we need to do something for our spiritual advancement, like reading Srimad Bhagavatam and chanting and so on and so forth. Vish Prabhu, will you read the shlok?
Sure. Hold on. Indriya yartesu sajjanatya prasannagastavya me krite ajannatya param bhavan tathapi astava abhyadyami. Not knowing your transcendental situation, I have loved you while remaining attached to the objects of the senses. Nonetheless, let the affinity I have developed for you rid me of all fear.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So Dehuti is constantly requesting Kardamuni for that fearlessness. It says even here, like in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Lord Chaitanya says that Sadhu Sangh, the association of a great saintly person, is very important. Because even if one is not advanced in knowledge, even if you are not Jnani and all that, right? But just by the association of sadhus, simply by association with a great saintly person, one can immediately make considerable advancement in spiritual life. Yeah. So that's a very important fact mentioned here, that it's okay to get knowledge and all that, but it's so important to have sadhu sangh, right? And saintly persons and the devotees. That is what is being mentioned here. Anilji?
जी हाँ संगो यहाँ संस्कृते हेतु रसत्सु बीतो धिया स एव साधु क्रतो निसंगत्वाय कल्पते. Association for sense gratification is certainly the path of bondage, but the same type of association performed with a saintly person leads to path of liberation, even if performed without knowledge. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so kind of very important thing mentioned here. Like if you are associating with a saintly person, yeah, it leads to the path of liberation and not to the material bondage. And even if we don't know about it, still it may lead to the path of liberation. That's why it's saying, Se eva sadhushu krito niya sangatva kalpate. Yeah. So it is so important to have the association of devotees and come together and pray to the Lord. Yeah. And here same thing, like Dehuti expressed her gratefulness for although she wanted to associate with Karda Muni only for sense gratification. But because he was spiritually great, she was sure to be liberated by his benediction. Right? So just by associating with Karda Muni, she can also be liberated. Yeah. Ravi?
नेह यत् कर्म धर्माय न विरागाय न तीर्थ पद सेवायै जीवनपि मृतो हि सः. Anyone whose work is not meant to elevate him to religious life, anyone whose religious realistic performance do not raise renewation, and anyone situated in renewation that does not lead him to devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead must be considered dead, although he is breathing. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Look what is mentioned here, right? Is anyone whose work is not meant to elevate him to religious life. Yeah. Anyone whose religious, ritualistic performances do not raise him to renunciation. Says here, Yat karma dharmaya na viragaya kalpate. And he's saying that, and anyone who is renunciation does not lead him to devotional service at the end. What is most important is the devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? Which is saying, na tirth pad sevaye. If that does not happen, then we can be doing thousands of different things, but such entity is being mentioned is as good as Jivan Napi Mrito Hi Sah, must be considered dead only because even though he's breathing, there is no advancement in his life for the next life or even in the spiritual life, is what is being mentioned here. Like, and also let's read this, Ajay.
As stated in Bhagavad Gita, any work that does not ultimately to the that does not lead ultimately to the standard of devotional service is a cause of bondage in the material world. Yagnahat kamanu netra loko yat karma hadhant. Unless one is gradually elevated to the position of devotional service, beginning from his natural activity, he is considered a dead body. Work which does not lead one to the understanding of Krishna consciousness is considered useless. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so it says work which does not lead to Krishna consciousness is useless. Why is it useless? It's all temporary, right? It doesn't go with us. And then how do we get elevated to the position of devotional service? What do we need to do? Yeah.
We chant, we
do chanting, right? We read Srimad Bhagavatam, which we are doing right now. Right? That's Srimad Bhagavatam is the purest and the greatest Puran, which is full of devotional service as well as knowledge. Yeah. And of course, when it's Kartik month, it multiplies. And I think Rasik Shyam Prabhuji can tell us in some time like how important this Kartik month is. So that's how we increase our Krishna consciousness. We do our devotional service. I think there's one more shlok. Let's read in this chapter. Jyoti.
Taham Bhagavato Nona Vanchita Mayaya Drudam Yatva Vimuktadam Prapya na mumukshaya bandhanat. My Lord, surely I have been sorted by the insurmountable illusory energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, for in spite of having obtained your association, which gives liberation from material bondage, I did not seek such liberation. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So Devahuti is regretting that, hey, why I did not seek the liberation? I am with Karda Muni. Yeah. So that's what she is saying right now. And then again, there is a Tarun, if you want to read this, please. Yeah.
It is advised in Bhagavad Gita, Swakarmana Tam Abhyarcha. One should try to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead by one's assets. There are many forms of service to the Supreme Lord, and anyone can render service unto him according to the best of his ability.
Hare Krishna. So anyone can render service according to his abilities. It doesn't have to be like so many different intelligent person or the rich person or whatever. Anyone can render service unto Supreme Personality of Godhead, and which is so important. And this also ends the Bhakti Vedanta purpose of the 3rd canto, 23rd chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Devhuti's Lamentation. So Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. So I think next we'll start chapter 24. Now we only have 1 minute, but I just wanted to say that this is a whole Diwali week. I think we all have prayers, Dhanteras, Diwali and all that. So you want to take Diwali holidays this week?
Of course.
Yeah. All right, so we'll have Diwali break this whole week. Yeah. And then we'll meet again next Monday. Yeah. So New Year. So we'll meet next Monday and we'll continue reading chapter 24. So enjoy Diwali. Happy Diwali to everyone.
Happy Diwali.
Happy
Happy
Diwali.
Diwali. Happy Diwali to everyone.
Happy Diwali to everyone.
And then this is also Kartik month. Important to hear Damodar Ashtakam whenever you get a chance. So let's hear that for last few minutes now. And then we will see you next Monday. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Varam Devam Moksham Moksham Dev